you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm recording in my car, if you can't already tell. We're going through a little bit of a change, so a little life update. We're kind of having to go through a little bit of some maintenance issues at our house, which has caused me to not really have the space that I need to be able to record. Because, you know, you're used to seeing me record in my office where it's just like me sitting down. I'm not able to really have that here, and I'm just having to record in my car. So I hope you don't mind the scenery. If you actually like this kind of scenery, comment down below. I'm gonna call this like a little car chat. I honestly feel like sometimes having those heart-to-heart conversations really do like make a difference. And I don't know about you, but I know for me, sometimes, a lot of times, that's where I usually have a lot of like heart-to-hearts or realizations. Is like my car is my therapy space. So we're just going to work with what we have. With all that being said, we're just going to work with what we have, and we're going to keep showing up and stay consistent. So let's go and get into it with the video. So before I get started with the video, I want to go ahead and introduce myself. Hi, my name is Allie, and this channel is all about healing, self-development, women empowerment, and everything in between. This channel is all about using my life and me just sharing experiences, whether good or bad, and whatever lessons I learned from that, I want to share that with you guys in hopes that I help somebody else, whether you're going through a similar situation or not and you just want to go ahead and have some advice. So it's kind of like a girl chat, you know. I want to sit down, get to know you guys. This is a community that is all about creating a safe space, judgment-free zone, and everything and all of that. So if that sounds good to you, subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video with a friend or anybody that you think may need to hear this. Also, do me a favor, go over to Instagram and give me a follow. That way we can go ahead and get to know each other a little bit more. I can get to know you guys. You can DM me about certain topics. And if there's anything that you guys want me to discuss more in depth over here, you can go ahead and do that and DM me those questions or those topics over there on Instagram. So with all that being said, let's get into it with the video. Today's video is really all about why life is testing you. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like honestly these past few months and these past couple years, actually, now that I've been proclaiming my self-healing journey and just going through like this kind of like metamorphosis, I've been noticing that now that I've actually made the commitment to take myself seriously and heal, I noticed that life has been testing me. And I feel like when life does this, that it's a sign. That it's a sign and it's a test that you're going to be better, and you just got to prepare yourself. So when it comes to life testing you, what I mean by that is, you ever notice that when you like entertain or engage in all the bad shit, whether that's like doing drugs, gossiping, doing stuff that is not healthy for you, drinking, smoking, just being lazy, having really nothing to look forward to in your life, no purpose. You ever notice that when you're like that, honestly, life is kind of like content, like you really don't have no issues, nothing really happens to you. But then the moment when you feel like you want to better yourself, when you feel like that you want to be able to change, you want something better for you, you want a different reality than what it is now, you notice that whenever you start taking action upon those things, that now it seems like everything in the world that can happen is happening, and it seems like everything is geared towards stopping you to doing what it is that you want to do. If that sounds like you, please let me know in the comments, because I notice now that I have been telling myself to take this healing journey seriously, to take myself seriously, to truly go to therapy and heal. I noticed that I have been having so many different tests that, whether I learn from it or not, or realize it or not, it's been happening more frequently now that I've been more forthcoming with this new person who I am. because of this, I feel like, it makes me feel like, why is it even worth doing it if I'm about to sit here and start getting pushback? Like, why would I want to do that? And it can be very discouraging, and sometimes, for me, frustrating, when I have things that I want set up. I have habits and goals that I have planned, and literally not even like a week, or not even like the next day, I start having stuff testing me. Whether that's like certain people trying to come back in my life, DMing me, inboxing me, or certain situations that are similar but just shown and presented with like a different way, whether that's like a new person, a new situation, a new job. I noticed that these little things start to come up, and it has definitely been hard to not go back and not revert back to those ways, and not even really revert back, but just feel like I can entertain that while still achieving what I want. And I don't know about nobody else, but I notice this a lot, especially with me and choosing myself. And it's been a while that I've been able to really come to terms with the fact that this is my season of not only healing and not only showing up, but being tested and proving myself to the universe that what I want and what I desire is for me, and I'm ready for it. So I used to really think about it in a negative way. I used to sit here and think like, why me? Like, why do I need to do this? Like, it seems like I'm the only person going through this. And after a while, after I go through that mental breakdown of, oh, this is happening to me, woe is me, I honestly dust myself off, and I start like realizing like this is, and once I come back to reality and come back to earth, I'm like, I'm not the only person going through this. I'm not the only person that is getting tested, but it feels like it. It really does. And it's especially hard when you feel like you don't have nobody to go to, when you feel like the people that's around you, the closest to you, don't understand you and don't understand what it is you're going through. And so this video is really just a little word of advice for those out there that honestly feel like giving up because you're getting tested a lot, because you're feeling like everything that's set out against you is happening. I want to tell you guys to please keep going and to please don't give up, because it is really hard out here. It's really hard to set the intention on being better, because it seems like it's just easier to go and do toxic shit, to go and just be nothing. But when you try to be something, it's like everything that can happen is happening. And it is definitely hard. So if you're going through this, I just want to also say and give you that positivity, that sisterly advice, that we're all going through it and we all need help. And the only way for us to really feel better about all of the tests that we're going through is just understand that this is actually a good thing. Having that mindset of realizing that this challenge is really a good thing. This challenge is really helping me. This challenge is really creating me and preparing me for what it is that I want. Because how can I want something and then don't even be ready for it without truly getting the test needed to see how would I handle it? Whether it be handling a situation, handling a person, or just, overall handling yourself. And if you're somebody who, no matter what you do, whenever the odds are set against you, you just keep going, I give you all the props and the kudos and the biggest hugs, because it feels so isolating and so discouraging when you keep going and you keep trying and you keep doing it the right way. Like, I can't stress that part enough. When you keep trying to do it the right way, instead of out here scheming and finessing and doing it the ways that is actually the easier way. But when you're doing it the honest way with integrity, it feels like forever. It feels like it's even harder for you. Like you're getting tons and tons of boulders and things stacked on you to keep you from going and to slow you down. It's definitely frustrating because social media does not show us that. Social media does not show us the times where we're being tested, the times where we fall, the times where we're making mistakes, the times where you want to give up, the times where you just feel like whatever you're doing is just, it makes no sense and you really honestly don't even know what the heck you're doing. this right here, honestly, now I just be thinking, I'd be like, maybe, this is supposed to happen. Because when I read the books and when you hear from the people who made it, they always say like the same thing about how they went through this phase of their life where either they were lost, they were broke, they didn't have nothing, and no matter what, they kept the mindset of, this is not my forever. This is just a moment of my life. This is just a chapter. This is just part of my story. And for me, that's another thing that helps me keep going when I feel like everything is out against me, and I feel like no matter what I do, it's just not working. Is that I think to myself, this is just a moment. This is just a part of my story. This is gonna be the good parts that people like to hear about. This is the parts that people want to know about, honestly, because everybody likes to see all of the, I guess, results and all of the money and all of the things that you've done, but nobody really truly appreciates that until they know your story and until they know what you did and what it took to get there. And that's what I want for myself. And it feels hard right now just because, like, I'm used to every time shit hit the fan, things go wrong, stuff that I had planned is not going planned. I'm so used to just like stopping, letting it get to me. But not this time. These past couple of months and this year, honestly, of me truly taking my healing journey seriously, it has definitely made me feel like, I'm definitely not who I used to be, but I am not where I want to be. And as long as I tell myself that this is meant for me, this challenge, this particular failure, this is meant for me, as long as I tell myself that, it really just keeps me going. Because, like, for example, right now, we're having issues in our house that we just got, which is crazy. And we had to get up, pack some of our stuff, go to a new place for the time being, all the while still having to go through Halloween, still having to make sure that I had everything in order with life and adulting. And it was just so frustrating and mentally taxing on me. And I was just like, I gotta get this video, I gotta get my content, and I gotta make sure I take myself seriously and show up with all the things that I have going on. And it's just so easy to just go back and revert to that way of being like, man, I just, what, F it, I don't even care. Or I could just put it off because the environment's not right, like everything's not right. And I just sat there and I just was like, you know what, we're not going to do this. Like, I felt that mindset coming back, and I just immediately was like, we're not going to do this. We're going to work with what we got. So yet here I am in the car recording, like, and it feels good. It feels so empowering to know that I am doing this and I'm committed. And each time that I do this, whether it's perfect or not, whether I cringe or not, whether it's getting a whole bunch of views or not, just knowing that I'm doing it in spite of everything that's going against me, it just shows that at the end of the day, the feeling that I have right now as I'm talking and as I'm recording, this is the right decision. Because if I wouldn't have done it, then I would have been feeling depressed. I would have been feeling very anxious. I would have been projecting my anger and not really uplifting myself. I would have started having that self-sabotaging thoughts, and I would have just talked down on myself and talked bad, because all of it is geared towards the fact that I know it was something I was supposed to do, and I was going to allow my circumstance control that. And we're no longer doing that. So I just want to get on here and let you guys know that if you're someone who is going through a lot and it just seems like everything is just going left and not happening for you, just know that this is a good sign, that this is supposed to happen, that this means that you are getting closer to being the person that you need to be and that you are meant to be. And it's just helping you. It's just helping you get rid of some things that you need to work on. Like, for me, I have to get rid of this perfectionism mindset. I have to get rid of the fact that everything's not going to be, perfect. Everything's not going to look all nice and aesthetic. And I'm still in the beginning stages. And so until I can perfect what I need to perfect, I have to understand that things is just not going to come at me easily, and that it's going to be hard. But it's pushing through it. It's constantly showing up. It's constantly believing in yourself and knowing that you have a purpose that's going to keep you going. So if this helps somebody, please comment down below. Please like this video, because honestly, I feel like I'm about to just start doing more videos like this where I'm in my vulnerable moment, where I can prove to you guys that this is not finna be just no cookie cutter type of channel. Like, this is gonna be real. Like, we're gonna be real over here. And if that's the kind of content you like, then please give me a follow. Right now, I definitely am feeling all of the things that I've been told through books, through videos, about that feeling you get when you do something that is scary and that is not where you want it to be, but you're doing it. And that also, while you're doing it, you're showing up against all odds, against life when life is lifing. And it's a great feeling, and I just want to come on here and say that, you guys. So if you're somebody going through it, just know that it's meant to happen. Just know this is just a challenge. This is a test for you, for your growth, and it's a good sign. It means you are aligning to where you need to be. So I hope you guys like this video. If you want more of what I'm going to call card chats, comment down below or like this video. With all that being said, I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.